If you're over 60, chances are you've heard it all before. Just stick with lean meats and cut back on red. It sounds like safe advice. But what if the meat on your plate, the kind you've trusted for decades, is quietly aging you faster? What if that turkey sandwich or grilled chicken breast isn't the healthy choice you think it is? See, growing older isn't just about watching your salt or sugar. It's about what's happening beneath the surface inside your arteries, joints, memory, and muscles. And many of the meats marketed to seniors as light or heart-friendly are in truth loaded with chemicals, hidden fats, and inflammatory compounds that slowly chip away at your strength and longevity. This week on Live Healthy After 50, we're taking a hard look at the meats millions of older adults eat every day. But this isn't about fear or restriction. It's about clarity. It's about understanding which meats quietly fuel inflammation, fatigue, and disease, and which ones help you stay strong, sharp, and independent well into your 70s and 80s. To guide us, we turn to the wisdom of Japan's oldest practicing physician, over 100 years old, and still walking every morning, who reveals the 4 meats to avoid after 60 and the 4 best to support healthy aging. If you're serious about senior health, healthy aging, and longevity tips that go beyond outdated advice, this episode will open your eyes. Because your health isn't just shaped by what you do, it's shaped by what you eat bite by bite. Before we dive in, let me ask, what's one meat you eat regularly that you've never questioned? Leave your answer in the comments. And if you find this helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your health is your greatest wealth. Now let's look beneath the surface and uncover the truth about meat after 60. Part 1, the 4 worst meats aging you faster. 1, processed bacon, the silent threat on your breakfast plate. There's something comforting about the sizzle of bacon in the morning, the smell, the crisp, the nostalgia. For many people over 60, it feels like a little reward to start the day. But what if that daily indulgence is actually making your heart weaker, your blood vessels stiffer, and your joints more inflamed? Here's the hard truth. Processed bacon isn't just high in fat. It's packed with sodium nitrates and preservatives, ingredients that are known to drive chronic inflammation. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive to these triggers. Your arteries are no longer as elastic. Your blood pressure doesn't bounce back as quickly. Your digestive system and immune defenses are slower to recover. And bacon, it hits every weak spot at once. A major study published in the journal Circulation found that eating just 50 grams of processed meat a day, about 2 slices of bacon, increased the risk of heart disease by a staggering 42%. And that's not all. The same chemicals used to cure and preserve bacon are linked to a higher chance of stroke and colorectal cancer. Not over decades, but from regular weekly habits. Think about that for a moment. Something that looks so small on your plate could be causing damage. You can't see damage that builds up in your arteries, your brain, your gut every time you eat it. I once met a man named Robert, 72, retired teacher from Kentucky. He told me he had bacon almost every morning since he turned 40. It made him feel full and energized until one morning he collapsed while walking to his mailbox. The culprit: blocked arteries and high blood pressure. Robert had no family history, no smoking, just years of small habits that added up. This is why senior health isn't about cutting calories, it's about making smarter choices. Especially after 60, your body needs foods that heal, not harm. Bacon may look harmless, but when it comes to aging gracefully, it's not a treat, it's a trigger. If you're aiming to live healthy after 50, protect your heart, and reduce your risk of age-related diseases, it's time to take a hard look at what's on your plate each morning. The change doesn't have to be drastic, but it does have to be intentional. What would it take for you to give up bacon if it meant living 10 more healthy years? Let us know in the comments below. Your 2, deli meats, the everyday choice that's quietly wearing you down. It looks harmless: a slice of turkey, a few pieces of roast beef, maybe some ham on a sandwich. It's fast, it's familiar. And let's face it, when you're over 60, having something that feels lean and easy just makes sense. But here's the problem: most deli meats are not what they seem. What many older adults don't realize is that these sliced meats, packaged neatly in plastic containers and labeled as low-fat or heart smart, are often loaded with hidden ingredients that can quietly break down your health over time. Sodium, nitrates, chemical preservatives. These are not just flavor enhancers, they're inflammation triggers. And for the aging body, they are especially dangerous. After 60, your kidneys are more vulnerable. Your gut lining becomes more sensitive. your blood pressure may already be creeping up. And deli meats, they make all of that worse. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who ate processed deli meats 4 times a week had a 28% higher risk of developing chronic kidney disease. I remember a patient named Carolyn. She was 68, a retired librarian from Ohio. Every day she packed a turkey sandwich for lunch, thinking it was a safe, balanced meal. But over time, her blood pressure rose. Her digestion became unpredictable, and her doctor noticed signs of kidney stress. It wasn't until they looked closely at her diet that the connection became clear. That healthy turkey was quietly loading her system with more salt and preservatives than a bag of chips. And the risk doesn't stop there. Because deli meats are often eaten cold and straight from the package, there's also a higher chance of bacterial contamination, especially dangerous for seniors whose immune systems aren't as strong as they used to be. If you're trying to live healthy after 50, preserve your energy and support your gut and kidney health, it's time to rethink what's between your bread. It's not just about fat or calories anymore. It's about inflammation, digestion, and long-term damage that adds up in silence. What sandwich meat do you keep in your fridge right now? And is it truly helping your health or just a habit from the past? Share your thoughts below. To Beschusturger 3, conventional beef, when clean looks can still harm you. It's easy to assume that a piece of beef grilled at home, trimmed of fat, cooked just right, is a healthy choice, especially if it's not fried or slathered in sauce. But after 60, the story goes much deeper than what you see on your plate, because it's not just the cut, it's the cow. Most of the beef sold in grocery stores and served in restaurants comes from conventionally raised cattle grain, fed, confined, and treated with hormones and antibiotics. These animals are fed diets rich in corn and soy, not the grass their systems were designed to digest. That shift changes everything. Grain-fed beef has a fat profile that tilts heavily toward omega-6 fatty acids. When balanced with omega-3s, that's not a problem. But the average American diet is already overloaded with omega-6, and adding more pushes the body toward inflammation silently and steadily. That inflammation doesn't announce itself. It creeps in through joint pain, brain fog, rising blood pressure, hormone shifts that no one warns you about. There's also the matter of what these animals are exposed to. Synthetic hormones to speed growth, antibiotics to prevent disease in crowded feedlots. Those residues don't vanish when the cow is butchered. They stay in the meat and pass into your body. A study published in the BMJ followed older adults over 2 decades and found that regular consumption of conventional red meat was linked to a significantly higher risk of cardiovascular disease. On the other hand, seniors who ate pasture-raised beef in moderation had no such increase. I think of Harold, a 66-year-old retired mechanic from Missouri. He switched from fast food to cooking at home, lean ground beef, simple meals, no junk. But he still had energy crashes, digestive issues, and unexplained aches. Only after switching to grass-fed beef did his health markers begin to shift. Not because he changed the recipe, but because he changed the source. This is the core of healthy aging. Knowing where your food comes from. Choosing quality over convenience. Because after 60, the cow's diet becomes your disease or your protection. When was the last time you looked past the label and asked where your beef came from? Let us know in the comments. Number 4, factory farm chicken, the everyday protein that may be aging you faster. For decades, chicken has been seen as the safe choice. Lighter than beef, lower in fat, easy to cook. And for many adults trying to live healthy after 50, grilled chicken is a go-to. But not all chicken is created equal. And the kind most people buy today, it could be working against your health in ways you've never imagined. Factory farmed chicken is not raised the way it used to be. These birds are kept in crowded conditions, pushed to grow faster with the help of antibiotics and synthetic hormones. Their feed is designed for size, not nutrition. And the result is a type of meat that looks lean but carries hidden risks. Tests have found traces of antibiotic residue in many conventional chicken products. These residues may not make you sick overnight, but over time they can disrupt your gut bacteria, weaken your immune system, and even affect your insulin sensitivity. For seniors already facing slower digestion and shifting hormone levels, this adds pressure in all the wrong places. The fat in factory chicken also tells a troubling story. Instead of healthy fats that support heart and brain function, most of these birds carry high levels of omega-6 fats linked to chronic inflammation. That means more joint pain, more brain fog, and a higher risk of age-related diseases that build up silently over time. A 2019 study from Japan found that older adults who ate pasture-raised chicken had lower levels of inflammatory markers compared to those who ate industrial chicken regularly. That's not a coincidence. It's proof that quality matters. Take Judith, a 70-year-old former nurse from Colorado. She grilled chicken 3 nights a week. No sauces, no fast food. But her blood work showed rising inflammation. Her joints ached. She felt bloated. Her doctor told her to try switching to organic, pasture-raised chicken for a month. The difference noticeable within weeks. If you're serious about aging gracefully, protecting your digestion, and keeping your body balanced, you can't just think of chicken as chicken. You have to look at how it was raised. Read the label. Look for pasture-raised or certified organic, because the wrong kind of chicken may cost less at checkout, but it costs more in long-term health. What's in your fridge right now? And is it helping your body heal or quietly feeding inflammation? Let us know below. Part 2. The 4 best meats to eat after 60. 1. Wild-caught salmon, the most powerful meat for aging gracefully. If there's one food that deserves a permanent place on your plate after 60, it's wild-caught salmon. Not the farmed version, not the heavily processed kind, but the real thing, clean, cold water salmon caught in the wild. This isn't just fish. It's one of nature's most powerful tools to support healthy aging. Wild salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids. These are the good fats your body craves after 50. They help reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and protect your brain from cognitive decline. And they don't just work in theory. A 2021 study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that older adults who ate fatty fish like wild salmon at least twice a week had a 27% lower risk of heart attacks and strokes. That's not a small number. That's your heart, your memory, your independence, protected by what's on your fork. I once spoke with a man named Dennis. He was 69, a retired truck driver from Michigan. For years, he struggled with stiff joints, high cholesterol, and trouble focusing. After some encouragement from his daughter, he started swapping red meat for wild salmon 2 nights a week. Within 2 months, he noticed his knees weren't aching as much. His blood pressure dipped. He even said he was sleeping better. That's the power of food that heals. Unlike factory-raised meats, wild-caught salmon doesn't come loaded with hormones or antibiotics. It's clean protein with real benefits, especially for older adults looking to boost heart health, joint strength, and mental clarity. Plus, it's gentle on digestion, which becomes more important as we age. Grilled, baked, poached, even served cold over a salad. However you prepare it, wild salmon delivers what your aging body needs most without the hidden risks found in so many other meats. If your goal is to live healthy after 50, prevent aging diseases, and protect your brain and heart well into your later years, this is a smart place to start. What's stopping you from adding salmon to your week? Let us know in the comments. Your next meal could be your next step toward longevity. 2. Pasture-raised lamb, the forgotten meat that helps you stay strong after 60. It's not on every dinner table. It's not the star of most American menus. But for older adults who want to build strength, protect their immune system, and age with energy, pasture-raised lamb may be one of the most underrated choices you can make. This isn't the heavy, greasy meat some people remember from childhood. Pasture-raised lamb is lean, clean, and packed with nutrients that are critical for healthy aging. It's naturally rich in iron, which supports oxygen flow and energy. It contains zinc, which fuels immune function and helps wounds heal. And most importantly, it's one of the best sources of conjugated linoleic acid, better known as CLA. CLA is a rare type of fat found in grass-fed animals. Studies have linked it to reduced inflammation, lower body fat, and even protection against certain cancers. For people over 60, it also helps maintain lean muscle mass, which is essential for staying independent and preventing falls. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who consumed higher levels of CLA and high-quality protein retained more strength and muscle than those who did not, even without exercise changes. I remember speaking with Sharon, a 71-year-old grandmother from Oregon. She had been losing strength despite eating carefully. Her doctor suggested adding small portions of lamb a few times a week. Within a month, her energy improved. She was walking farther. Her appetite returned. And most importantly, she felt in control again. Pasture-raised lamb isn't about indulgence. It's about smart nutrition. Unlike industrial meats, it's free from growth hormones and fed on natural grass, not corn or soy. That makes it gentler on the digestive system and less inflammatory for aging joints and cells. If your goal is to live healthy after 50, protect muscle strength, and give your immune system what it needs, this is a meat worth rediscovering. Have you ever tried pasture-raised lamb? If not, what's held you back? Leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. 3. Organic pasture-raised chicken, the safer way to enjoy a classic. Chicken is the comfort food most of us grew up with. It's familiar, it's flexible, and for people over 60 trying to eat lighter, it feels like a safe bet. But the truth is, not all chicken is created equal. And if you want to protect your heart, your hormones, and your long-term health, you need to start looking past the label. Organic pasture-raised chicken gives you the benefits your body needs without the hidden risks found in most supermarket poultry. No antibiotics, no synthetic hormones, no crowded feedlots. These birds are raised outdoors, allowed to forage naturally, and fed a clean organic diet. The result, a lean, nutrient-rich protein that supports senior health in all the right ways. Compared to factory-farmed chicken, pasture-raised chicken contains more omega-3 fats and fewer omega-6 fats. That's important, because too much omega-6, especially when not balanced, fuels chronic inflammation, and inflammation is the root cause behind many of the conditions people face after 60. Joint stiffness, fatigue, blood sugar swings, even memory decline. A 2019 study published in a Japanese clinical journal found that seniors who ate pasture-raised poultry had lower levels of inflammation and better insulin sensitivity than those who regularly consume conventional chicken. That's not just a nutritional footnote, that's a roadmap for aging gracefully. There was a man named Richard, a 67-year-old retiree from Arizona. He thought he was doing everything right. Grilled chicken 5 nights a week, no fried foods, no red meat, but he still struggled with bloating, stubborn belly fat, and fatigue. A nutritionist suggested one small change: switch to organic pasture-raised chicken. 3 weeks later, his digestion improved. His energy came back. He called it the cleanest protein I've ever had. If you want to live healthy after 50, choosing the right kind of chicken matters. It's not just about what you eat. It's about how it was raised and what that means for your body. Do you check labels when you buy chicken? What do you usually look for? Let us know in the comments. Your habits today shape your health tomorrow. 4. Small, oily fish. The brain-boosting secret in every bite. They're not flashy, they're not trendy, and most people in the West barely glance at them in the grocery store. But for those who want to age with strength, clarity, and independence, small, oily fish like sardines, mackerel, and anchovies might be one of the best-kept secrets in senior nutrition. These tiny fish are packed with powerful nutrients in a form your body can actually absorb. Omega-3 fatty acids for heart and brain health, calcium and phosphorus from the bones, collagen and protein from the skin. Unlike larger fish, they're eaten whole, so nothing goes to waste, and your body gets the full spectrum of benefits. What really sets these fish apart is their effect on cognitive health. A 2020 study published in Nutrients followed nearly 3,000 Japanese seniors over 5 years. Those who regularly ate small, oily fish had a 34% lower risk of memory decline. That's not just interesting, it's life-changing. These fish also come with another major benefit: very low mercury levels. Because they're small and low on the food chain, they don't accumulate heavy metals like tuna or swordfish. That makes them safer for frequent meals, especially for older adults who want to protect their nervous system and avoid long-term toxin exposure. Helen, a 74-year-old widow from California, never thought she'd eat sardines. But after struggling with forgetfulness and joint aches, her son, who lived in Japan for several years, encouraged her to try. She started slow: grilled mackerel once a week, a few anchovies added to a salad. Within a month, she noticed her hands were less stiff in the morning. Her thoughts were clearer. She even said her energy felt steadier throughout the day. These aren't just little fish, they're nutrition powerhouses. And in countries like Japan, where healthy aging and longevity are part of the culture, they've been part of the diet for generations. If your goal is to live healthy after 50, protect your brain, and keep your bones and joints strong, it's time to give small, oily fish the attention they deserve. Have you ever tried sardines, mackerel, or anchovies? If so, how do you prepare them? Share your tips in the comments. You might inspire someone else to make a brain-smart change. We all have foods that bring us comfort, meals we've made for years, Slices of meat we've trusted without a second thought. But after 60, those everyday choices deserve a closer look. Because what once felt familiar might now be quietly working against the strength, energy, and clarity you've worked hard to protect. At this stage of life, every bite carries more weight. It can either feed inflammation or fuel your future. And it's not just about cutting out the bad, it's about bringing in better. Meats that lived well, foods that nourish your heart, support your brain, and help your body age with grace. This isn't about strict diets or fear. It's about making informed choices, simple shifts that support your longevity and give you the best chance to live strong, think clearly, and move freely. If today's video made you think differently about what's on your plate, drop a comment below. Which meat are you letting go of? And which one are you adding to support your journey? And if you haven't yet, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell. There's so much more to learn about over 60 wellness longevity tips and how to truly live healthy after 50. Because your health is your greatest wealth.